If Bitcoin movement is violent enough to the upside, this could cause the DXY to get rejected and most likely turn red. We can see that the green, we had an extension of the DXY on the green for a little while already, and we can see that it's not moving any further. This could represent a rounding shape where we can see this green fading, turning to silver, and most likely coming to become red at this level. Of course, if you can see past data points, you can see after the XY turns green, and if it hits the resistance and start curving, most likely it's going to lose the green and come to silver again, which means that the XY is becoming weaker, and this could potentially help Bitcoin move forward. Hello guys, welcome to NXBTO new video, and in this video I'm going to give an update on the price of Bitcoin. Today is not Monday, as you may already notice. Today is Thursday, and last weekly candle close was this one. You can see since we last update you, we were actually on this candle. You can see Bitcoin was able to make a very nice weekly candle close. The following week we push all the way, so Bitcoin made a new all-time high during last week, where we managed to reach as high as $109,338. So which means last week Bitcoin just made a new all-time high, and this week we had a huge rejection from that level. You can see a lot of pressure or sell side pressure every time Bitcoin goes close to our next level, which is the 110,000 level. So for that reason, we mentioned that Bitcoin, the most important thing for us to, or for Bitcoin to do at the moment, was to keep closing candles above the middle of this major upward channel. So far, we were able, to close 3 weeks. This is the third week closing candles above this level. Of course, we retested this level one more time this week, but quickly bounced, and you can see that Bitcoin is basically above the middle of our upward channel. And last week, good news, we made a new all-time high. So this to me is an indication that Bitcoin is gaining strength. Is an indication that Bitcoin is, like we mentioned, on our previous updates, Bitcoin is consolidating. This also shows that Bitcoin, this candle, where we consider, where we told you that this level around 89,000, 91,000 price level would be a buy deep level, which I'm gonna show you on our next chart. So we can see why Bitcoin is actually gaining momentum to actually push toward our 110 and most likely start closing candle above this level, which would be one of major sign that Bitcoin is about to enter the acceleration mode that we've been mentioning for a while in this channel. So we can see for that reason, as Bitcoin start getting gaining momentum, you can see the DXY after this new all-time high. This signal from Bitcoin also sent a signal to the DXY, and you can see the DXY fell or became weaker, or in another word, DXY started closing candle below the middle of its on upward channel, as you can see. So last week we were mentioning, or on our last update, we were mentioning that this curvature was a sign of weakness for the DXY, and we can see why. And for that reason, the DXY closed, had a sell-off, huge sell-off, and basically closed last week below this line. And we can see that the super gap indicator is slowly showing signs. You can see that this changed from green to silver already, and most likely, like we mentioned, this curvature could be a sign of rejection from this level, and rejection from this level could signal the DXY is prepared to start pushing below, most likely coming to start to switch from green to silver again. Like we mentioned, every time we hit resistance, every time we actually start covering, it's likely that we're gonna move from green to silver, and potentially, you know, could actually move from silver to red, which we've been seeing in the channel for a while, that we could be entering the acceleration phase. We could be entering the acceleration phase when the DXY move from silver to red. This is when we enter the acceleration phase. As you can see, every time we had a massive move from Bitcoin to the upside, and with this rejection, we could be very close to switching from green to silver, and most likely help Bitcoin push above the 110th level. The DXY and Bitcoin ratio, you can see for that reason the ratio is therefore on a behaving normally. You can see in the 50 moving average, 50-week moving average is touching this level already. Like we mentioned in previous update, this could be a sign that a massive move or decision moment is close. And if we compare or see, if you look at the RSI, we can see the RSI. We mentioned that the RSI respecting this downward trend line could be a sign that we are basically uh, respecting a level where we could be, or we consider to be buy the dip level instead of selling level. We mentioned that Bitcoin retesting as low as 89,000, 91,000 could be a level to actually buy the dip. And since then, you can see that we are now $105,000. So far we've been respecting this theory, and all of this because we managed to see that the other side is respecting this level, meaning it was so far a great buying opportunity or accumulation opportunity. Crypto fear and greed index, we can see at the moment we are at the greed mode 70. Of course, we are below the 74, which is the ideal level, it was a resistance level. You see, the 74 was a resistance level. We are currently below this level, which is not ideal, but you can see past few days, the sentiment was at 84, which is the right sentiment. Is the kind of sentiment that would help Bitcoin keep pushing higher. But since we are holding above this level, it shows that lack of excitement. But this is just because um, I believe that this is just because Bitcoin keeps fighting to break and hold the 110 level. As soon as Bitcoin starts closing candles above the 110,000 level, this sentiment will switch from 70s to 80s and if not 90s. That's the update for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, subscribing, and sharing this video with your friends and family. So I will see you next week. Bye.